top of it. It's true. Trump, as much as we love his campaign, his marketing skills, man, when you look at the truth for what it is, he betrayed us, man. And I'm not surprised. I actually was expecting that. And hopefully you were too, so you're not totally disappointed. But man, he did a good job at selling himself to us this last campaign, didn't he? Oh man. Oh man, yes he did, man. But listen, man, there's no surprise. I'm not. You shouldn't either. In fact, I'm not really big into politics, man. I don't really know a whole lot about it, but I do know shit from sugar. And boy, is a bunch of shit that's just been thrown at us, and it stinks. And I gotta tell you, man, I've always said this before I started voting. I realized this a while ago, and I voted for Trump twice. When Biden won, I voted for him. I voted for Trump. That was my first time voting, actually. And this most recent election that he won, I voted for him again also. And I just like the fact of what he says. I like the fact, the first time around, I didn't like Trump like most people. I was like, oh, he's a bigot. Oh, man, he's, I fell for the old media scam, the lies and everything. But at this point in life, man, I've realized it's all a big old scam, man. It's all a scam on both sides. And you all should realize that as well, man. We should stop just falling for the BS, the two-party system. It's just they're selling us this BS, and we just eat it up every single 4 years. They give us like 4 years to space it out to make us kind of forget that it's BS. And then when the time comes, we get excited. The year of the election year, we get excited again. And then shortly after the first year or two of the president's, his term, we realize, damn, it's the same thing. I mean, he kind of did what he promised, and 10% of what he promised, and the rest of it is BS. And it's, the same old. We just bow down and kiss the ring of Israel, the real leaders of our country, and we keep it pushing. Yeah, man. I didn't want to believe it either, but, he put on a good show last year, didn't he, 2024? Especially when he dodged the bullet, turning his head real quick. So it really sold us, man. Like, man, this guy is a hero. He's the chosen one. Oh, man, it didn't take long for him to just bow down to Israel and obey their orders, every order they ask. Now we got the Hamas-Israel peace treaty going on, and he's right in the middle of it. It just shows you, it's just all a big show. It's all fake. None of it's real, man. None of it is what you think it is. It's an illusion. All it is puppets representing us to some extent, just enough for us to get in the voting booth and vote and make us feel like we're participating, we're making a difference in our country, when in all actuality, we aren't doing a damn thing. We don't run anything, guys. I hope you know that. And I hope that next election we can just, I don't know. A lot of people say I don't vote. And that's also taking a loss, because you're not doing anything to participate. You're not really making a difference. But when you do vote, you're not making a difference either. So what is it really? What do you do? Well, the only real thing to do, if you really care, if it really matters to you that much, which most of us, it doesn't matter that much. Let's be honest. Because if it did matter to us that much, what we'd really do would take some real action. That would probably require some violence and some real organization around this piece. And that is what most people are not ready for. You know, most average Americans are just hard working class citizens who just want to make a good living and raise their families and, you know, just enjoy life. But a real revolution, or whatever you want to call it, man, that would require a lot more work and dedication from your life. And I don't think most people want to do that. I don't even know if I want to do that, honestly. I'm like most of you guys. I just want to make a good living and get a patch of land out there in the middle of whatever and just start a family and, you know, live happily ever after, man. You know, I'm not asking for too much. But as time goes on, man, I'm starting to understand the great revolutionaries of past times, and I understand why, you know, many of them had great fortunes and gave it up in the name of making a real change, even though that change never quite came. But, you know, I just wanted to make this video to just really, guys, encourage you to believe your first instinct of the fact that none of this stuff really, it doesn't really matter, man. Presidents, governments, it's all an illusion, man. These guys, they're going to do what they want to do, whether we vote for them or not. You know, power, true power, it always corrupts. It always does. There's very few people in history who have had power and did something great with it and didn't corrupt. But 99% of the time it corrupts, and it's just so deep. It's pretty sickening. But all you can do is just lead by example from the grassroots, the people. You know, people, we need to get more in tune with each other, man. We need to be able to know who our neighbors are. We need to be able to have people with similar mindsets. We need to connect with people who have the same ideas like us and really connect and really build something, man, that's more impactful than just this blanket voting of a president of this thing that we call a country. I mean, what is a country anyways? You know, it's just a big area that we all kind of somewhat have the same ideas, but not really. You know, is Nebraska really that similar to California, which is similar to Florida, which is similar to Wyoming? I mean, come on. Like, what is this, man? What are we really doing, man? It's not even real. So what is real is when you look outside, you got your neighbors next door. You got your neighborhood. Hopefully you know your neighbors and you guys have some similar mindsets and believe in similar things and can get along and even maybe thrive and enjoy life amongst each other as good old citizens of whatever city you reside in. And that's what really matters, man. This whole country thing it's kind of an old thing now. It's not really real, you know. America goes to war. What does that mean? It's just a bunch of soldiers that signed up for the country. They represent the country, but the whole country doesn't go to war. It's just a bunch of soldiers who signed up for that. And thanks for your service, by the way, but I'm just saying, man, we got to look at things different and not falling for these same old traps that we've been fed for our lifetime and our parents and our grandparents and their generations before their lifetime, man. It's just been the same old story. It's just BS. And, you know, at the same time, we are living in revolutionary times, but it's a unique one. It's a unique time because we have this internet here. We got this technology we got to be able to use to communicate and organize and bring forth ideas that have not really been cemented. You know, we need new ideas that are going to help people in a real way. You know, what's his name? Dr. Shiva Ayiradurai? I don't know his name. Forgive me, I'm butchered his name. He's the guy who invented email, man. He's a real grassroots guy who, he's a scientist, he's an inventor, he's a, I've seen his YouTube, man. Y'all should go check him out, man. He's really actively making a difference in the world, and as far as just bringing people together, focused on people's health, focused on systems, I believe, and I forget what else it is, but just really organizing in a really powerful way that I think we all can take notes from and maybe even join up with him, and that's something that I think that really can help us all out and make a difference, man, and make the world better, Not to sound like kumbaya, but hey, this ain't the best world it could be. This world could be way better, man, and I know we all agree with that, but how many of us are really taking the steps to do that besides voting for some old politician who is power hungry and money hungry? Like, what is that gonna do? What has it gotten us for the past decades, man? I'm 30, about to be 33 soon, and it's like, I haven't seen anything monumental change. You guys that are older than me, I mean, what have you seen? What has happened? What monumental thing has occurred from voting from these people? It's the same story every 4 years, locally and federally. Come on, man. So, like, let's not act shocked that Trump is going to be the savior and whatever. I mean, come on. I kind of fell for it, but I also deep down knew it's BS. It's the same thing. Like, what is a president going to do? You got the Federal Reserve. You want to go against that? Good luck. You'll get a knock at your door within the hour, and your head will be on a platter served to whoever really runs this country. You understand? So just realize who really runs things. It's deeper than just a puppet of a leader that we call a president and presidents of other countries and kings or whatever. It's deeper than that, man. Follow the money. It's really all it boils down to. Unfortunately, it boils down to the money. Follow the money and you'll understand things way deeper. Until then, you're going to keep falling for the same BS that we always do. And I'm really tired of it, honestly. I'm on some deeper stuff, and I'm really on some local, let's build with who's right next door to me, you understand? So get outside, shake your neighbor's hand, introduce yourself if you haven't already, get to know each other, because you guys will need each other moving forward, all right? But that's it, man. Hopefully this helps. We need a stronger community. We need better people, better children, better families. Let's do the right thing, you understand me? So thanks for watching. Leave a like if you liked it. It's free. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts down below, man. I read everything. And subscribe if you haven't already. I got more stuff on the way. I talk about everything, but it's my 2 cents on the political field. But I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.